It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. It's the Dirty Birds and the Bucks on Thursday night.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking...
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield now. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from the University of Washington.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. Robinson with another carry. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time they had the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
They go play action. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers?
The challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles not pleased with the ruling on the field, and he's going to ask the officials to take another look. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So an early challenge, and you know that those coaches hate to use those red flags too early, but this one turns out to be successful. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
They'll throw with Penix. That one deep for London. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To the air, Penix. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Trey Palmer. Oh, fighting off the defender. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Baker going to give it to Irving. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. In motion, left, Shepard. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9. Once again, it's Irving. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, yeah. Right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to throw, Penix. That one deep for London. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Michael Penix scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Falcons are back within a score.
That's a great alternative there to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Instead, let your quarterback take it in the shotgun and essentially choose his own path. He scans the situation, makes the right read, and takes it into the end zone on the QB draw.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mayfield. This is Shepard on the catch. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. In motion left, Godwin. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30. He has already cracked the century mark in receiving in this opening quarter. And defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, he'll feel like they can't stop him. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
That would give Irving running right. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Mayfield. He's got Otten, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver's taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert. Here, 4th down play. Make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Here's Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. And looking to throw, Penix. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That is caught, and he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cade Otton from 21 yards away. And the Buccaneers are able to add on to that lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside. They give him the ball pretty. And they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now they're a little further behind the 8 ball after the interception led to the touchdown. So 2-score deficit here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. After 1, 17-7 is our score. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 55 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Penix. And he'll find McLeod on the right side, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Robinson up the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Robinson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Penix with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score.
Yeah, this is pretty similar to the Wildcat plays that were bouncing around the league circa 2008 or so. The idea here, just snap it right to the guy you want to run with it. In theory, you're getting yourself an extra blocker. And here, that Wildcat runner is your quarterback. And he takes it into the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mayfield now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Looking and finding Shepard on the crossing route. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A run up the middle with Irving. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, Mayfield. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Godwin, the motion man. Mayfield to throw it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to stretch out their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cade Otton with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 73 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw with Penix. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 yards to go, second down. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This is certainly not what this offense wants to see. That's Chris Godwin shaken up following that last play. Shepard goes in motion. Here's Mayfield. It's hauled in by Shepard. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll...
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. The Bucks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Mayfield. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bucks try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The production sensational here early on. That last catch going to put him up over 100 yards receiving already in this first half of play. They'll throw with Penix. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks' 27-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. To throw again is Penix. And that'll be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks' 13-yard line. To the air, Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he is going to get in for the 2. Although there is a flag on the field, but it looked like a defender jumped.
That penalty is declined.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. To throw, Mayfield. And that's complete to Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Mayfield. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Mayfield looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. He'll look to throw. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They begin the drive with Robinson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Third and 9 here. On the draw, Robinson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Here's Penix. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Penix. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. This one over the big boy, and they got it done.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now 2nd and 3. Mayfield now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. In motion right, Evans. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Mayfield now from the 50. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
It was the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. 88 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Looking to throw, Penix. Into the hands of London. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 15. First down, Falcons.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And looking to throw, Penix. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Throw left side. There's London. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing again, Penix. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Penix working out of the gun here. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Koo now for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
This offensive defense is sensational. It's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 15. First down, Falcons.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handoff now to Robinson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But
there he goes left side. Now inside the 25. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 60 yards. And the Bucs are back within a couple of the lead. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A 3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Option play, here's Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They'll throw with Penix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
To the air, Penix. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Buccaneers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. So no gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Here's Penix. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish.
Now Mayfield lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way him back inside the 20.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Atlanta regains possession of the football. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 128 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw with Penix. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, and they'll send the tight end in motion here. Mayfield to throw it. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line. Only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Chris Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Buccaneers have cut the lead back down to 2. They'll look to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Penix. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw, Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He continues to be a thorn in the side of this defense. That last catch going to put him over 200 yards receiving now for the ball game. Going to let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, 51 yards. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Yeah,
though,
absolutely,
who find ways to get open? Uncover late in a route, or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Second and 9. Running the toss to Irving. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Mayfield now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. First times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. A play fake. Now Penix. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure brought in. Get there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw, Mayfield. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocklin's mark of 554 passing yards in one game, set more than 70 years ago, way back in 1951. Well, he's had help from his offensive line and his receivers, but this has been an incredible individual performance. Runs over it, and he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield, and he's got his man in stride, complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Mayfield. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. In motion right is Evans. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And looking to throw, Penix. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Baker going to give it to Irving. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now. Now Mayfield. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cade Otton, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Well, the Falcons back out getting set for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. That one deep for London. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll find McLeod on the right side, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. They'll throw with Penix. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Dancing to his left. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll They start on the ground with Robinson here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go play action here with Penix. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion. 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Falcons first down.
To the air, Penix. He's got the connection to Moore. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Penix to the air once more. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Rondale Moore. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone, so the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
Set to kickoff.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. From the gun, Mayfield. And this one caught downfield by Evans. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. This pass is caught by London. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that last completion, folks, he now owns the NFL record for most passing yards in a single game. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Penix. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And he's got this down to the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Here's a 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. But he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Robinson with another carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. From the shotgun, it's Penix. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
61. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney, 26 yards. And the Falcons tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield looks to throw. incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.
Just another day, dog. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. Play, make a play.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one on Thursday night primetime.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls, have a legitimate number one threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end you, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
We had a couple of his games early in his career, and of course, all the way to his days back in college, his athleticism jumps off the screen. But Mike, these last couple years, his development as a true passer, his ability to operate from the pocket, that's what's really taken his game to this MVP level. And tell you what, we didn't think there was a lot more things that he could do on a football field, and it seems like every year he's proven otherwise.
16 yards on the game and a quick first down. In the pistol. Jackson ready. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes third down. Throwing Jackson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
First and 10 now from the 36. Minshew going to open up with a throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. We'll try again here. Second and 10. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. They'll run up the middle. It's Madison. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on first and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. This one caught downfield by Flowers. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
A first down throw for Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
That's into the hands of Flowers. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on second and 2. Gonna go right back to Henry. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the give, here's Henry. And he's in! Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This kick is fielded in the... But no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Minshew. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Fake the give, and now it's Minshew. Open man. That's Trey Tucker. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Straight ahead, here's Madison. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's Minshew. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are on the board just before halftime.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Hardy now with the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson going up top and looking for Andrews. And this will be incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That's caught by Abdullah. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Minshew gonna look to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Roquan Smith, the one who gets in there and takes him down. On 3rd and long, it's Minshew. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back is Minshew. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Minshew. That's brought in by Myers. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw once more, here's Minshew. That is caught to the goal line and in. Michael Mayer. Touchdown, Vegas. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders are on top. It's now 10-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense going to get it one final time in this 1st half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and... That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
Throwing on 2nd down is Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing is Minshew. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Raiders are out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level 1st half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this 2nd half. Coming up, 3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. That one over the back line of the end zone. The touchback means the drive will start at the 30. Marshall is on the move. He'll get this out to the left flat. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They're going to go play action now with Minshew. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. He'll try and throw with Minshew. He connects with the open man. That's Myers.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw, Minshew. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Minshew from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it's going to lead to 4th down. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. To throw is Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. That's caught. And he will take this one in. 81 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here comes Madison. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. The Raiders have their punt team out there. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Aguilar goes off in motion. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. Oh, his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and we'll see if they can dodge this bullet. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by him, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, a run with Madison. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. Again, it's Madison. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this 3rd quarter. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike. The Raiders send their punt team out. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. And now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
This one into the hands of Marshall. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Minshew out of the pistol. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's into the end zone. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Tucker for the point after. It's up and through. And the Ravens are out to a 21-10 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Minshew. He completes it to Marshall. Here's 1st down. On play action, here's Minshew. That's caught by Bowers. And he will score. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now Madison. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens.
He is in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Point after now from Tucker. His kick is good. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. On 1st and 10, Jackson. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. 2nd down, Jackson. Again, working deep downfield. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They take care of business here at home. It's a game they were expected to win. They had no problems in the end as they cruise to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.